Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shalyn. I'm with Resilience and Redemption, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between people pleasing and being considerate of others. This is something that I have personally struggled with, personally navigated, and I want to help you. If this is something that you ask yourself, am I people pleasing right now, or am I actually being considerate? This video is for you. I used to think that being considerate and people pleasing were the same thing. I would put everybody else's needs first, kind of exhaust myself, ignore my own needs, and think of it as being kind and think that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Learning the difference between that is helping me regulate that, be more mindful of that, and then make better choices. This is helping me with burnout. This is helping me with a lot of symptoms that I have been struggling with. So if that's something that you might relate to, this video is for you. Wanting to be thoughtful and kind, considerate of others, that's beautiful and it's healthy. But falling into people pleasing, it costs you your boundaries, it costs you your peace, and it's something completely different. So, what does being considerate actually look like? Being considerate, you care about people's feelings and needs. You think about how your actions affect them. You show up with respect and kindness. So, a healthy consideration could be it's mutual. You are considerate of others, they are also considerate of you. It's not one person doing all of the accommodating, and you still have your boundaries. You can be considerate of others and still say no if you need to say no. You still have that boundary, and you don't lose yourself. You can still care about their needs without abandoning your own needs. You're still you, your preferences, your attitude, your opinions. They're still there. They still exist. You're not hiding yourself. It comes naturally. You're not forcing it. That's genuinely the person that you are. You're being considerate because you want to be considerate. You are just doing it from the goodness of your heart. And it's thinking, how would I want to be treated in this situation? So let's dive into what people pleasing is. When you're people pleasing, you feel like you can't say no. You feel trapped. You have to say yes, even when it hurts you, or even if you don't want to say yes, you're still saying yes. Your needs disappear. You're so focused on what they need, you forget your own needs. You forget that you have needs. It's driven by fear. This is like the biggest difference. It's driven by fear. Fear of disappointing them, fear of conflict, fear of rejection is a big one. You're not thinking, how can I be kind? You're thinking, what do I do so they don't get upset with me? What do I say so they don't get upset with me? Another clue, you feel exhausted and resentful. You give and give and give, and before you know it, you're running on empty. So you're doing all of the accommodating, all of the validating, and they're not necessarily asking you to, but you don't know how to stop. Waiting for validation is a big one too. Deep down, you're hoping that they'll notice, that they will appreciate you, and then you're crushed when you don't get that validation. I have fallen into this many times, especially at work, because I'm always wanting to be helpful. However, if I have my own thing I need to be doing, it's like I will sacrifice that to help them. Like I need to be somewhere else, and it's in nursing, so maybe I need to be giving payments in another room, or I need to be checking and doing an assessment for someone else or whatever at a certain time. So I was like, hey, could you help me real quick? It'll be quick. I'm like, okay, sure. I don't even object or say, well, actually, could you ask someone else? I have to go and do this. No, I just completely forgot about, or just felt like my needs were underneath their needs. Not that it's like I've said before, give and take, that it's a mutual and it's equivalent. No, I felt that their needs were bigger than my needs. And saying no, there's always this fear, okay, if I say no, they're not going to like me anymore. They're not going to want to be my coworker. They're not going to want me to be their nurse today if I say no. There's this fear of rejection and fear of disappointment, big time. So knowing and finding, recognizing when you're operating in that is it's key to realizing the difference. So recognizing when you're slipping into people pleasing, you can check in with yourself. What is the motivator here? And just think about what is motivating you to continue to say yes, to continue to bend over backwards, like people would say. Can I say no without panic? People pleasing feels like you're trapped, that you cannot say no. When you're being considerate, the option is still there. Am I being authentic? Am I being honest with how I'm feeling right now? Is this the way I'm behaving? Is it coming from me? Or do I feel like I'm performing a certain way to have a certain outcome? And lastly, am I waiting for them to notice? Are you hoping that they will see how much you do so they'll validate you? Because that's people pleasing. Being considerate does not need recognition. So, step one, recognizing when you are slipping into people pleasing and then getting back on track. So, how do you get back on track? So, number one, practice honoring both yourself and the other person. Being considerate doesn't mean ignoring yourself, it just means considering yourself and the other person. What do they need and what do I need, and how can we meet in the middle? Number two, communicating your boundaries clearly. And this one can be hard and intimidating, especially if you've never done it before, but it just takes practice like anything else. So don't expect people to read your mind. You have to communicate if something doesn't work for you. You could say something like, I'd love to help, but I don't have the capacity this week. Could we try for next week? Find something that works for them and works for you. Let go of the outcome. That's another one. I struggle with this one as well. Behaving or performing or trying to act a certain way so that they will like you, so that they will not be disappointed, so that they release the outcome. Let the outcome go. You can still be considerate of someone and they can still be unhappy with you. And that's okay. And you're not responsible for managing their emotions. Make sure to check your why. Before you say yes, pause. Why am I doing this? Why am I saying yes? Do I feel pressured to say yes? Like I cannot say no? Or is this something that I actually want to do that actually works for me, that benefits me? If your answer is guilt or fear, reconsider just saying yes initially. Give yourself some time to think about it. So, some encouragement for you, because I have slipped into this many times as well. And it's something that's very tiring and exhausting and breeds resentment. And it's not just being kind out of the goodness of your heart. Now you are trapped and feeling like this is how you have to behave to get along with others, to get people to like you, and all these things. If that's just been my experience, maybe it is your experience. If this is something that you have struggled with, give yourself grace. Honestly, you cannot change overnight. Just start small. Pausing before saying yes. Maybe saying yes, say no to small things. Getting that practice in. And when you do slip into old patterns, get up and try again. Just notice it, adjust, and keep going. So if you're realizing you've been people pleasing and calling it being considerate, I see you. I've been you. I am you. I'm working on trying to do better, and as we all should be. You're not selfish for wanting to honor yourself and have boundaries. It's healthy and it's normal. And the people who truly care about you will respect your no. They'll want you to be honest, and they'll consider you too. You deserve to show up as yourself, to give from your own heart, not out of fear, but out of love, out of true kindness, because that's the person you are. Not because you're looking to get anything in return, not because you're fearful of them not liking you or fearful of the outcome. No, show up as yourself, not who you think everybody wants you to be. And I'm talking to myself too, because my default is not to show up authentically me, but I'm ready to work towards it. And I hope you are too. In conclusion, here's the difference. Being considerate is mutual, keeps your boundaries, and it's honest and it's authentically you. And it comes from a place of love and kindness. People pleasing is fear-based, one-sided, not mutual at all, and it's exhausting and breeds resentment. You can care about others without abandoning yourself. You can be kind without abandoning your needs. And the goal isn't to stop being considerate. the goal is to consider yourself as well. So if this hit home, tell me, is this something that you're going to be working on? And what's one boundary that you're going to set this week? I hope that this was helpful for you, at least to give you a starting place to work towards being considerate without people pleasing. So thank you for tuning in once again. And I'm thankful for everybody who has joined me on this journey, and it's going to continue. Like and subscribe if this was helpful for you, and I hope to see you in the next video.